Last night, I experienced a great healing with my circle sisters. And what it brings up for me is how much humans need physical touch. And I remember how debilitated, I mean, extremely debilitated I was during COVID when I was completely isolated. And even those casual, like hug hello, and I'm not even like the biggest hugger, but those casual touches of just physical contact are necessary. So they're not just necessary for our state of well-being and our health, because you seriously physically can get quite depleted and your brain starts to degrade when there is a complete lack of physical touch. But also including it in your practices is there's healing. There's healing abilities in all of us. And what the laying on of hands does is it allows you, because you are focused on flowing kind of unconditional love to whomever you are in connection with, you are also producing that for yourself and you're getting it sent your way. So what happens is, inevitably, if you stay in that spot for long enough, your heart will open. And in your heart opening, you'll feel your body soften, and you'll realize how much of our time we go around constricted, tight, holding our chest tight, just having so much tension in our bodies, when it finally relaxes and you finally can open your heart, because you're in a safe where you've created this very exquisite sacred container, healing happens. It just happens. And so what I suggest to you today is examine in your life where you get physical touch. And I don't just mean intimate physical touch with your partner. I mean, and I'm going to speak because I'm a woman, so I'm going to speak from my perspective. But there is something so different and so healing in being held by your sisters as opposed to your brothers. Even if it's a not a romantic relationship, there's something so healing from woman to woman. And so I invite you to look at that today. Look at that. Where is that in your life? And if you're fortunate to have it, be grateful. And if you don't have it, maybe it's something you want to cultivate as a practice. I think body work is incredibly important. And, it becomes its own process. I don't think there needs to be a ton of talking and sharing. I think just being in the experience together and letting, your shoulder touch another woman's shoulder, or letting her lay her head on yours or your head on hers. It brings up feelings that are far more powerful than words can describe. It truly is that feeling of unconditional love made real, made palpable. And the power of that love heals. That's just the nature of love, is it's healing and it's unifying. So I've talked before a couple days ago about like the fall is basically our feeling of separation from source. And loving physical touch to another is the return to unity. It's where all the defenses get dropped and you come together. So that's what comes up for me today, my complete gratitude in experiencing that healing, in just understanding that simple touches really mean a lot. Now, obviously, this needs to be with someone that is comfortable with that. There needs to be a container built. I'm not just saying lay your hands on everyone. But if you are creating something and you allow yourself to really open there, the healing it just goes and goes and goes and multiplies and exponentially grows inside you and then inside everyone that you're with. So that was my experience last night, and that's what comes up for me today. And I really wish that for you. And I will see you tomorrow.